How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be ranking every single Invincible character from worst to first. Now, I might have missed some people. If I did, my fault. But I did my best, bro. Come on. Also, I plan on doing this type of video for like all my favorite franchises. So like Star Wars, Breaking Bad, all that. So stay tuned for that, bro. Trust. It's going to be peak. This video will also have spoilers for both the comics and the show. Duh. Before we talk about Omni-Man's cheeks and Conquest's erectile dysfunction, I gotta beg real quick, if you guys would like, subscribe, all that stuff the YouTubers tell you to do, I would really appreciate it and it would mean a lot. Alright, enough yapping, let's get into it. Alright, starting off with Eve's dad. I feel like Eve's dad is the type to get like really drunk, get naked, and like start running on all fours through a heavily populated area. I don't know, he just gives me that vibes. I mean, this is a complicated one because he's like objectively horrible, but he's to the point to where he's so like insufferable that it's kind of funny. I like that scene in the comics where Eve is breastfeeding Tara and he like starts freaking out. That was peak. So I mean, he's like objectively F tier, but he's so insufferable to a point to where like I kind of respect it, you know? So I'll bring him up to D tier. Alright, next up we have like that Spider-Man guy from the other dimension. I don't know why this is even on here, but I mean, I guess he looks cool. What can I say about him? He's just Spider-Man. He's like TikTok shop Spider-Man. So like, I can't put him high at all. I mean, to be fair, he does kind of look cool, but that's literally it. So I guess I'll put him D tier. I think he's a worse character than him because he's at least funny. Alright, next up we got my GOAT, Alan. Alan's character arc is one of the most interesting in the entire Invincible universe for me. He goes from a chill, horny alien that everybody likes to almost a villain at some points. Of course, I'm talking about with the Scorch virus incident. After Alan takes Thetis' spot, Alan kind of turns into a Cecil-like character. Like, Cecil would probably sacrifice a whole city to save the entire world. It's kind of like the same situation with Alan, but with planets instead of cities. Like, Alan's willing to kill every single human on Earth to also kill the Viltrumites, which, if you look at it from a certain point of view, right, he's kind of in the right, a little bit. It depends on how you look at it. Because, like, at this point, really, the only threat is Thrag. All the Viltrumites at this point were starting to bond and become more tame and more human. And they're really horny. Like General Krieg, put your meat away, bro. You do not need 50 kids. But, you know, game is game. But we're talking about Alan, one of my favorite characters. Also saves Mark at the very end. I think every true Invincible fan loves Alan. At least before he became the head of the Coalition. But I loved Alan the entire story. He's my GOAT. And the whole story of Invincible would be completely different if Alan didn't exist. Which is why Alan is an easy S tier, one of the most important characters in Invincible. Alright, next up we have Amber. Jesus Christ. I don't know about you guys, but I found Amber absolutely insufferable. I did not like Amber at all. Like the fact you're getting mad at Mark for not helping you make soup whenever he's out there saving the world. Like, you're such an idiot. I'm sorry, but you're an idiot. I just didn't like Amber that much. I'm not gonna lie. Is she F tier though? Okay, I can't stand having Eve's dad in D tier, bro. I'm moving him down to F tier. I think that's so much better. But yeah, I think Amber's D tier. Next up, we got the Thrax and that Omni-Man smashed. I mean, it's low-key a hear me out, but I'm tapping that too, Nolan. You got good taste. Also, Ryan Otley, bro. I love you, bro, but you had to be horny whenever you were drawing these things in the comics, bro. Like, look at that. Like, why is it kind of good? Her name's Andressa, I think. Maybe I got that wrong. If I got that wrong, that's super embarrassing. Here's the thing with Andressa. Her actual character didn't bring that much, but the impact she overall had on the story with Oliver and Thrag's army is going to boost her all the way up to C tier. Alright, next up we have Angstrom. Here's the thing with Angstrom. I do think he's a really cool character, but his motivations are so stupid. Like, you gather all the Invincible variants that traumatized you, killed your family, did horrible things to you to kill the one good Invincible variant. Like, you're an idiot, dude. But other than his motivations themselves, I do think Angstrom is still a really cool character. I think Angstrom brought so much to this story, but oh my god, he is so chopped. Okay, so I like everything about Angstrom other than his motivations. I think he's B tier. I might move him up to A later. I'm undecided on that right now. Alright, next up we have... Oh, God.
I am omning it. I am omning it so good. Whoa, that's what I...
Enough said. Alright, next up we got Oliver's babysitter. I mean, like, what do you want me to say about her? She's a babysitter. But she is low-key chill, I'll give you that. So, I mean, I guess I'll put her C tier. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing really special about her. She's just average. Alright, next up we got that Atlantis fish queen. She makes me so mad. You guys don't understand. She's horrible. And she looks stupid too. She looks like a turd with facial features. And Stan F tier. Next up we got the fish in the Guardians of the Globe. Basically just Aquaman, but more chopped. I mean, I don't have that much to say about him. He's alright, I guess. I don't have a problem with him. I think he's better than the babysitter. I don't think he's better than Andressa just because of what she brought to the overall story. But I think C tier's fair. Next up we got Luke Skywalker, aka Art. Absolute GOAT. Legit one of the chillest dudes ever. But man, some of the hairlines in this show are just diabolical. And then there's Thrag out there absolutely mogging. But Art, easy A tier in my opinion. I don't think I'm going to put him S, but he's just a chill dude. Alright, next up we got Adam Eve. In my opinion, I think Adam Eve has the coolest superpower in the entire Invincible universe. Probably. And she's bad. I mean, I gotta put Adam Eve S tier. I don't think she belongs anywhere other than S tier. Alright, next up we got Battle Beast. Literally the GOAT. Battle Beast is so cool that he gets sexually aroused at the thought of fighting buff Freddie Mercury. All bro cares about is running a fade. Battle Beast is one of the coolest characters in the entire show. Even after he dies and Thrag turns him into like a cape, he's still cool. Battle Beast is an easy S tier. Alright, next up we have Eve's mom. She's way better than Eve's dad, but she's just kind of there. Like, Eve's mom is chill, but doesn't contribute that much to the plot, other than giving birth to Eve, obviously. I think I'm going to put her low C tier. I'll probably move her around later in the video. I'm unsure on that placement for now. Alright, next up we got Biplane. The only thing I remember this guy doing is fighting Immortal right before Immortal got exploded. I mean, I kind of have him on the same tier as Temu Spider-Man over here, so I'll put him low D tier. Also, I'll bring Amber above Temu Spider-Man because at least she's an actual like main character. Alright, next up we have Black Samson. I barely remember anything this guy did, bro. I just gotta be real. I remember him fighting Battle Beast, and I remember him like cutting somebody's hair. Robot walks in, he's like, oh hey Robot, I like your new suit, and then Robot just obliterates him. That was pretty cool. So I mean, I'll put him high C tier. He's better than all these other characters in C tier, but he's not that big of a character. But overall, he's alright. Alright, next up we have Carl Winslow from Family Matters. He's also the dean at the high school and college. And here's another thing. Why does Mark care about college? He's a Viltrumite. Why would you care about college? That's something I don't understand about the show. Like, you're basically fighting intergalactic Nazis, and you're worried about college. I mean, I guess I'll put him D tier. Nothing special. Next up we got Bulletproof. I'm so happy that Bulletproof became an important character. Like, before I read the comics and only watched the show, I always liked Bulletproof for some reason. And in the comics and in the later seasons that we're about to get to, Bulletproof becomes like an actual important character, which I'm all for because I really like Bulletproof. And Bulletproof becomes Robot's like right-hand man, so basically like Donald with Cecil later. I don't know, I just really like Bulletproof, so I'm gonna put him, do I put him B or A? I'll put him B for now because I don't want to put him above Angstrom, but we'll see. Also, having Art above Angstrom is kind of crazy, so I'll bring Art down to B tier. Okay, I've got to be honest, I literally have no idea who this next guy is. There's that one guy out there. No, that fat guy with the beard is my favorite character, how dare you? I'm sorry, I don't know who this is. So he's going to be the first person in the Who Is This Random category. Next up we have Cecil! I need you, Cecil! Cecil's one of my favorite characters in the entire universe. He's just so cool. Also in the Cecil versus Mark debate, Cecil was easily right. The thing with Cecil is that he will do literally anything to save the world, and that's what I love about him. But I mean, Cecil's hairline, what happened, bro? How is this even possible? So yeah, Cecil, easy S tier. He's the best character that we've ranked so far. Alright, next up we got, I think this is the thing that Anissa and Mark fought whenever they attacked the crews in season 2. Not really sure why this is even here. I'll put it D tier, I guess. I mean, it's not even really, like, you can't really classify this thing as a character even, but it's still better than these two. Ew. Next up we got Damien Darkblood. I'm excited to see where the show takes his storyline, because like show Damien Darkblood is a million times better than comics Damien Darkblood. But for now, I gotta put him like B tier, because he hasn't done that much yet, but he was the first to discover that Omni-Man's the one that killed the Guardians of the Globe. I mean, I think he was the first one. Maybe Cecil and all of them figured it out first. I don't know. Alright, we have Darkwing twice. I think this is Darkwing before he was killed, and this was after he was killed. So, before he was killed, I'll just go D tier, I guess. After he was killed, I actually think Darkwing's ability is really cool for some reason. Hold on, I'm gonna bring Eve's mom down real quick, and I'm gonna move him top of D tier. I might move him up to C tier later. I'm not sure. We only have one episode with him and really 2 fight scenes. So, I mean, he's not that big of a character, but later Darkwing is a great character. So I'm going to put post-Omni-Meet taken Darkwing in B tier. Next up we have Sinclair. It's weird, in the comics, like towards the end, Sinclair was like an upstanding member of society. Kind of. I think the Reanimen are really cool, and obviously Sinclair made them, so Sinclair, I guess I'll put him B tier, same with Darkwing. Alright, next up we have Omni-Man's wife. Debbie's journey is wild. Also, show Debbie is so much more likable than the comics Debbie. Comic Debbie, like, I just really did not like at all. I think Debbie's one of the better written characters in Invincible though, so A tier. I think she's A tier. I think that's fair. Come on. Alright, next up we got that big fish thing that Mark fought whenever he was working for the fat fish lady. Ew. Actually, this thing is the creature that introduced Cecil and Robot into Mark's weakness, so this is actually a pretty important creature in the entire Invincible universe. So I'm going to put the creature in B tier. As an actual character itself on its own, it's not that important, but what it contributed with giving Cecil and Robot Mark's weakness and all the other Viltrumites' weakness was super important overall, so that's going to propel it all the way up to B tier. Also, don't worry, at the end of the video I'll probably go through all of these and change them and make like my final tier list, so don't worry, whenever I add a character like right here, I'll probably move that all around later. Alright, next up we have Doc Seismic. I know Doc Seismic is a joke villain, but whenever he became that like lava monster, he was actually like really cool, and then like died immediately after, but that's besides the point. But until that point, he's basically just Twink Lex Luthor. So I guess I'll put him C tier. I think C tier's fair. Next up we got my GOAT Donald. Every single Donald subplot had me thinking I turned on Evangelion by accident. Like, it's actually kind of interesting, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I love how Donald, of all people, is like basically the Terminator. But yeah, Donald's the absolute GOAT. That's why he's going up all the way in A tier. Next up we got that horny frat dude from season 1. This is him before he became a Reaniman, because him as a Reaniman is on here. Or maybe that was just including every single Reaniman, I don't know. So I mean, I guess he's D tier, because he is kind of funny sometimes, I'll give him that. Who is this? Is this homeless Jesus Christ? I honestly have no idea who this guy is, so second person, and who is this random? Okay, next up we got the time traveling guys. Did that plotline ever go anywhere? I can't remember it ever going anywhere other than him just killing a mortal and then going home. Maybe it was to show him kind of spiraling out of control with how often he kills people now, maybe? I don't think so. But I mean, as characters, I like that little subplot that was in like the half of one episode. It was alright. So, I mean, I guess I'll put him C tier. He's not that interesting. He's just alright. Next up, we have Duplicate. It's either F or D tier. She's just super unlikable, bro. The thing with Duplicate is that in the comics, she's an absolute baddie, dude. Immortal knew what he was doing. But in the show, she looks like Asian Chris Chan. So, I mean, I think I'd get crucified if I didn't put Duplicate F tier. I might move her up to D later. Is she a little bit overhated? No, not really. She's really insufferable. Next up we got Elephant. Enough said. Bro thought I was going to justify putting Elephant in F tier. Come on. Alright, next up we got like the Martian leader, Emperor, whatever they call him. I mean, what can I even say? He's in like 1 or 2 episodes. I can't remember. It just says, oh, you let the seconds away. Oh, you're evil. You be executed for leaving the seconds away. And then leaves. It doesn't elaborate. Actually useless. I'll go D tier. I don't think he's F tier. I think that's a little bit too mean. D tier's fair though. He's not that good. Okay, we have the other time traveler guy. I'm just gonna put him in the same tier for the same reasons I listed. Next up, we have the Flaxon that Mark threw that like center block thing at. I'm pretty sure it was a center block thing. I can't remember honestly. I'm just going off of memory here. But the whole Flaxon storyline was actually insane. I was not expecting that whenever I read the comics. Like Robot and Monster Girl getting trapped there for 700 years, going from actually living hell in the Flaxon dimension to eventually running the Flaxon dimension. It was great. It was one of my favorite storylines in the entire show, and it was a super interesting part. Or I said show, but it was in the comics only, but it's gonna be in the show, you know what I mean? Which obviously led to Robot taking over the world. I think Robot's one of the best written characters in the entire franchise. But I promise we'll talk about Robot later. Okay, the Flaxon Commander or whatever he was, I'm gonna put him B tier. I actually think he was really cool. Okay, we have the guy that contributed to Cecil getting all of his skin melted off. I don't even know if he has a name or not. F tier. You don't mess with my boy Cecil. Which, yeah, it's kind of ironic that I was meat riding Robot and I'm getting mad at this guy for messing with Cecil. But at least Robot's an interesting character. This guy has one scene, melts all of Cecil's skin off, and then dies. Okay, I'm conflicted. I guess I'll move him up to D. I just think the woman one is way better. Okay, next up we got that lava robot thing that Machine Head hired. I don't even know its name, so that's gotta bring it down a lot. To be completely honest though, this thing is really cool. So that's gonna bring it up to C, but I don't even know its name. So that's gonna bring it down a little bit. Also, I don't like seeing the babysitter on the same level as these other guys, so I guess I'll move her down. Okay, we have that like invisible girl that Omni-Man punched through the face and used as a shield. That's tragic. The main thing that I remember from her is her husband absolutely dogging on Debbie for no reason. Like, you did not have to do all that. Bro was acting like Debbie killed the Guardians of the Globe. He's one of the worst characters for sure. But Green Ghost, I mean, her power's pretty cool. I'll give her that. But she's literally just there to get punched in the face. So I guess I'll put her C tier. Okay, we have Hail Mary up next. I love Hail Mary's design. It is so cool. Like, how do you even think of this thing? Huh, we need a villain for Omni-Man and Mark to fight together. Let's make an octopus, tortoise, hybrid with huge, weird teeth that move sideways. Like, what? I know a few people that look like this thing too. I'm gonna put Hail Mary in A tier. That might be a hot take. I do not care. Hail Mary is sick. Next up, we have one of the Lizard League people. What do I even say? Like, I honestly don't even know. I guess I'll put him D tier. But I genuinely don't know where to put them. There's only like 2 people in the Lizard League that I even care about. Okay, next up we got the man himself, Invincible, Mark, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Mark because it rolls off the tongue better than Invincible. I mean, what can I say about Mark that hasn't already been said? The story is about him. It's about his journey. Probably one of the best comic protagonists in my opinion. I mean, like, what can I say? The show is literally named after him. He is the show. So, I mean, obviously, he's going S tier. Also, don't be alarmed, I'm not sorting these within their own tier yet. I'll do that at the end. I mentioned that earlier, but just in case I need to restate myself. Did I say restate myself? I meant repeat myself. Okay, next up we have Isotope. Isotope's actually pretty cool, I think so at least. But he's in like the worst storyline. I hate the Mafia storyline so much. The only good part about it was the Battle Beast fight, and that's it. The Mafia storyline is so unbelievably boring, which sucks because it has a lot of cool characters in it. It's just like, why should I care about these characters? And Isotope is a perfect example. He's such a cool character, but like, why should I care about Isotope? That's the thing. But I really like Isotope on his own, so I guess I'll put him in B tier. I think B tier is fair. Next up, we got that mummy thing that just keeps popping up every season. I can't tell if this storyline is just going to be a gag joke or like turn into an actual real storyline. So I guess I'll just go ahead and put him... I'll put him C tier. Why not? I think he's pretty cool. Okay, we got that one dude with the robotic arm that Adam Eve fights like once every other day. So the thing with this tier list, this was pre-made by the way, it has a lot of like the most random villains and heroes. So I'm sorry if I'm saying I don't know that much about them for each one, but like they're just kind of a background character. So while I want to talk a lot for each one, I legit can't. I'll go ahead and put them D tier. I think D tier is fair. Okay, here's one of the 2 Lizard League members that I actually care about, King Lizard. I honestly think he is pretty cool. And he brought us one of the coolest fight scenes in Season 2. He does need to work on his aim though. He shot Rex in the head and still got murked by him. How does that even happen? I'm honestly gonna put him B tier. I really like King Lizard. Okay, we have the girl that helped Cecil get his skin burnt off. She's more interesting than the guy, but still not that interesting. But she's definitely better, so I'm going to put her a tier above. I'm going to put her in C tier. Not that much to talk about again. That's a theme with a lot of these on here. Okay, this guy's the other Lizard League member that I actually care about, and I think he's pretty cool. Now again, I don't know his name, but he was the star of that huge fight scene with the Lizard League in Season 2. Bro killed all the duplicate clones, swallowed Shrinking Ray, and then bit Rex's hand off. That's crazy. This guy is definitely B tier with King Lizard. Okay, next up we have probably one of the most underrated Viltrumites, General Krieg. I don't know why, I've just always found General Krieg very cool, even before I read the comics. And then in the comics he became even better. His fight with Thetis is pretty cool too in the Viltrumite War. You get the point though, I really like General Krieg. Now I don't think he's S tier, but I think he's definitely A tier for sure. Next up we got that one electric guy that Machine Head hired. It's basically just an off-brand Powerplex. Let's not sugarcoat it, come on. So I guess I'm gonna put him in D tier. Next up we have Lucan, also known as Steve Harvey, whatever you want to call him. Lucan's character journey, I love. Bro goes from a mass-murdering psychopath to a loyal husband and father. So I'm a Lucan fan, I really like the guy. But I wouldn't say he's on the level as General Krieg, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Next up we got my boy Machine Head. Bro casually hired one of the most powerful beings in the Invincible universe. So I mean, he's got to have that charisma. Machine Head is a perfect example of a really cool character in a really boring storyline. Again, I don't like the Mafia storyline that much. I just think it's kind of boring, bro. But Machine Head is still really cool. I'm gonna put him B tier. Alright, next up, is this that gay lava dude? I think so. I actually really liked him and the Tongue Belly guys' little story they had. And I mean, he is made of lava, but at the same time, he's made of lava but kind of looks dumb. How do you look dumb if you're made of lava? Like, that's a generational sell. But I do think he's a good character, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Okay, so I think this is one of those like random guys that were trying out to be in the new Guardians of the Globe. His name's like Man Kong or something like that, which, yeah, sounds about right. I guess I'll put him D tier. I think D tier's fair. Next up, we have Martian Man. I feel very similar to Martian Man how I feel about Darkwing before he got killed, which I think I'll go ahead and move him up. I don't like her or him, or a lot of these people in C tier to be above him. But I feel very similar to him how I feel about Martian Man, because they're pretty much the same. They're in one episode and get killed at the very end. So I think it's only fair to put Martian Man in the same spot as Darkwing before he got killed. I think that's fair. Okay, for some reason they put Mauler twins on here 3 times, but I absolutely love the Mauler twins. I like how they're just like big buff fighting machines, but they're more useful for like their science and intelligence. And they just seem like chill guys for real, so that's why they're going to A tier. I have to bring all three of these pictures up for some reason. I mean, I'm not going to rank one or the other, and then both of them, they're the same. Alright, next up we got that Chinese gangster dragon dude. That's tough. So I know I keep on saying the people in the mafia little arc thing they got going on are really cool, but the storyline's lame. The dragon guy's kind of lame. But like, let's just rip the band-aid off. He's kind of lame. So I guess I'll put him D. I might move him up to C later. Maybe D's a little bit too harsh. I don't know. We'll see how the whole tier list finishes. Okay, this next one. Monster Girl has the most shocking character arc ever. Same with Robot. If you just watched the show to where it is now, you would have never predicted where Monster Girl would end up. Monster Girl and Robot spent 700 years in the Flaxon dimension. They were taken as prisoner at first, then they started a whole bunch of wars, and eventually Robot and Monster Girl basically became king and queen. That's oversimplifying it a lot, I know, but they basically were powerful figures in the Flaxon dimension. And then Monster Girl felt like having sex with a big buff bug alien. I mean, based. And Robot was really mad at her for that, duh. Watching Monster Girl and Robot's dynamic play out was super interesting as well. I think that they were one of the highlight storylines of the comics as a whole. I'm not gonna lie. We need like a whole comic series or even spin-off TV show of Robot and Monster Girl in the Flaxon dimension. I find that to be insanely interesting. Honestly, I'm conflicted between A and S, but I'll put him in A for now. I think giving her S is a little bit too much, but I'm down to change it later. I'm not sure. And obviously, her big buff man form's going in the same tier for the same reasons. Next up we have Multipole. I can't stand Multipole, bro. The coolest thing he did was that prison escape scene where he killed himself like 100 times. That was the only good thing this guy has ever brought to the show or the comics. So F tier, pretty easy F tier. I'll put them next to each other. There we go, that looks better. Is this that like octopus alien thing that Rexplode fights? That talks like... Okay, I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think that would run over well. I'm not trying to get canceled. I'm not trying to have my YouTube career spawn killed. But he talks weirdly because he doesn't really understand human language. I'm pretty sure that's him. I mean, his fight with Rex is pretty cool. I like the way he talks. Seems pretty chill. But overall, it doesn't do much, so I'll put him C tier. Next up, we have Red Rush's bad Russian wife. Not that big of a character, but who cares? Her being that bad brings her all the way up to B tier. Alright, next up we got Oliver. Oliver has to be one of my favorite characters in Invincible. I also like how Oliver's more alien than anything. Like, he doesn't really have an attachment to Earth or the people that are there. And so he brings a new perspective, and I think he really shines whenever he's fully grown. I just really love Oliver, and his death is super sad too. I'm gonna put Oliver... Do I go A or S? I'll go S, why not? This is including all forms of Oliver too, so grown-up Oliver counts too. Next up we have the best written character in the show so far. Possibly the best written character in the entire franchise, Omni-Man. I think Omni-Man's probably the most complex character in Invincible. His journey from a hero to Earth to a mass murdering psychopath that wants to take over Earth for the Viltrum Empire, to being regretful for his actions, and eventually becoming the leader of the Viltrum Empire and turning it around for good. One of the greatest storylines of any character. My favorite character in Invincible is between Thrag and Omni-Man. Those two are literally tied. Also, J.K. Simmons absolutely rocks it with the voice acting. So yeah, Omni-Man, possibly the best character in Invincible, undecided yet. Next up, we got my boy Paul. Cooks up the finest spaghetti of all time. I also love how Debbie dumps Paul to get back with Omni-Man whenever Omni-Man called her a pet. And in the comics, Omni-Man was way more brutal. He just said Debbie didn't matter to him at all. That's wild even for his standards. I gotta say, so far, all the changes in the comic to the show, I really like. Because, like, why is Paul this balding old man in the comics? Like, What? My boy Paul is an easy A tier. That's right. Okay, fine. I'll bring it down to B tier, but that's as low as I'm going. I'm just going to get this over with and put all the people that I don't know in the I don't know category. There we go. That looks better. All right, next up we got the former GDA director before Cecil came in. I really liked him and Cecil's flashback moments because it really shows how Cecil became the man he is today. Because before Cecil became the director, he was a lot like Mark. But the former GDA director formed Cecil into the man he is now. So I gotta put him B tier. I think B tier is fair. Okay, we have Shrinking Ray up next. Something's off with Shrinking Ray, and I can't tell what it is. Maybe it's that trash fit. Like, what is that whack fit she's always wearing? She has no style, and her accent's pretty annoying too, I'm not gonna lie. But she's a good character, I think, at least. She's just kind of boring. But she's better than Duplicate for sure. So I'll go ahead and put her C tier. Okay, I can't tell if this next one is just the frat dude as a reanimant or the reanimant in whole. But I think it's the reanimant in whole. They're so cool, dude. Like, bro, cyborg zombies, are you serious? The reanimant got nerfed so hard though. Like, they were able to take on Omni-Man himself. But then in Season 3, Mark was bending them over and spanking them. But still, they are really cool, so I'm putting them up in A tier. Alright, next up we have Red Rush. I mean, again, I feel the same with him, with how I feel about Martian Man, Darkwing, and all the other characters that got killed by Omni-Man in Episode 1. So I mean, I guess he's going C tier. Next up we have my GOAT Rexplode. I actually never hated Rex. Everybody's like, oh, I used to hate Rex and then I ended up loving him. No, I always loved my GOAT Rex. Dude, almost every single Rexplode joke landed. Almost every single one. Bro was the perfect comic relief, and then the moment he was getting his life turned around for the better, Rex exploded. So Rex is an easy S tier. Next up we got William's gay boyfriend. I actually can't remember his name right now. Hold on. Rick. William's boyfriend, Rick. I mean, like, he's alright. I like how he's basically the Terminator, just like my GOAT Donald. I mean, he's alright. He's cool, I guess, so I'll put him C tier. Okay, next up we have Robot. Again, we have 2 for 1 for some reason. Robot is one of the best written characters in the entire Invincible universe. He gets trapped in a dimension for 700 years where he would eventually become the ruler and then get betrayed. He feels like he's mastered how to run a civilization, so he's like, hey, why don't I do that for Earth? And in doing that, it becomes like a dictatorship and he rules the world. Now, Robot did kind of have a point, and that's what makes him so interesting. He got rid of all crime, all bad things in the world, but in doing so, he had to kill like all the superheroes. I absolutely loved where Robot's character went. I thought it was super interesting. I thought he was a great villain. And so, for that reason, I'm going to put him all the way in S tier. He was on here 3 times. I didn't even catch that. There we go. Alright, next up we have the Sequid guys. I hate the Sequids so much. Every single Sequids fight goes the exact same. They're not cool. They're so boring. I can't stand the Sequids. Especially in this show. At least in the comics they look cool. So for that reason, instant F tier. I can't stand the Sequids. Okay, we have the other Lizard League guy that I can't remember. I don't even know what to say. Is this the guy that Rex exploded? Maybe. So, I mean, I'll put him D tier because I don't even know who that is. But I know he was a part of the Lizard League, so I'm not going to put him in the random category. Okay, I'm confused on what this next one is. I can't tell if he's talking about the Thraxon or just Seance Dog in general. I mean, to be honest, he's a huge character. Without him, Omni-Man probably would have never made contact with Mark again. So I'll put him in C tier. Next up, we have my GOAT Shapesmith. Instant A tier, not going to elaborate. Okay, next up we have that Lizard League leader that got assassinated. I mean, bro gave one speech, then got shot. So, I mean, it's still better than the Sequids, so I'll put him in D tier. Next up we got Alan and his girlfriend. Every single scene with Alan and her, they're just super horny for some reason. What's the deal with that? I don't know. She's so annoying late in the comics. I can't stand her.
Where is Omni-Man? Where is Omni-Man? Where is he?
Instant F tier. Just just horrible. Next up we have Mr. Tongue Belly over here. What is his power thing? I didn't even realize it was a living creature until he got bonded with it. That was actually pretty cool. I view him the same as the lava guy, so I'm just going to put them in the same tier. And I'm going to go ahead and move Angstrom up to A tier. Next up we have Space Moses Thetis. I'm a big fan of Thetis whenever he was fighting. His fight with General Krieg was amazing, and his fight in the Viltrumite War was peak. Thetis is also one of the most important characters in the Invincible universe. He's the first Viltrumite to betray the Viltrum Empire, and he's the one that killed Emperor Argal. Thetis is an easy A tier. I might move him up to S, I'm undecided. Next up we have that big red thing with the mentality of an 8-year-old. I love this thing for some reason. I want to be the president of the United States. Bro shows up once a season, says some stupid shit, and then gets his ass kicked. Peak. So I'm going to put him in B tier, I think. Next up we have Immortal. I have a hot take. I actually don't hate Immortal. I kind of like Immortal. He gets better. I promise. But I mean, to be fair, bro cannot win a fight to save his life. But other than that, I kind of like Immortal, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in B tier. But next up we have Kim Jong-un Immortal. What was the point of the future storyline? I can't remember if that ever amounted to anything. I guess I'll just bring him to C tier. I don't know. Next up we have Thula. I really like Thula's little knife hair thing she's got going on. It's kind of fire. And her fight with Omni-Man and Mark was pretty cool. So I guess I'll put her B tier. Okay, we got Titan up next. I've said it a million times. Great character. Boring storyline. Titan's a great written character, but I can't stand his daughter's voice, oh my god. But Titan's balancing being a villain, running the mafia, and his family all into one. And I mean, that's a good storyline. And I think his relationship with Mark is really cool too. So Titan, honestly, I think I'm gonna go A tier. I might drop it to B later, I don't know. Next up we have stereotypical 2010s high school bully from the Disney Channel in a superhero show. I mean, that's gotta be a pretty easy F tier. Alright, next up we have Vider. I like his Oakley sunglasses. I think he's the worst of the 3 Viltrumite trio that we saw in Season 2, but I still think he's cool. So I'm gonna put him with the other 2 that are in their trio, and I'm gonna put him in B tier. His fight scene was really cool. Alright, next up we have Alan the Alien's cat. Instant S tier. Alright, next up we have Timu Wonder Woman. I mean, Omni-Man killed her whenever he killed all the Guardians of the Globe. And so, I mean, it's only right to put her with the other ones that were murdered. Alright, next up we have William, possibly the strongest character in the Invincible universe in my opinion. I mean, bro's good comedic relief, I guess. And he's good at bowling too, so that's gotta stand for something. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in B tier. Alright, here we go. Finally, we have Thrag. Probably the second strongest character in Invincible. I think Emperor Mark is the strongest. He's also the coolest character. Like, every single panel with Thrag, he was just aura farming. And man was banging those grasshoppers 24/7 to create an army to fight the Viltrum Empire. I mean, he's the main antagonist of the Invincible universe. I mean, where else would I put him? I mentioned earlier that he's tied for my favorite character, and that's because of how strong he is, how cool he is, and just him as a character. So Thrag is an easy S tier. Next up we have Dinosaurus. I love Dinosaurus, man. I also love how in every situation Dinosaurus has rigged something to explode. Have you guys noticed that? And at the end of the day, all Dinosaurus wanted was a better world. I love the guy. Easy S tier. Next up we have Mohawk Mark. I absolutely love Mohawk Mark. His character does like a complete 180, and I love the Mark and Mohawk Mark versus the Sinister Mark fight. That was peak. And the Mohawk Mark alternate dimension storyline was peak too. So I think I'm gonna go A tier. I think he's my favorite Invincible variant. Next up we have Sinister Mark. Bro is actually scary. A cannibal Viltrumite is absolutely crazy. And his fight scenes are always peak. I think I'm gonna put him on the same level as Mohawk Mark. So, A tier. Next up we have Omni-Mark. I'm excited to see where they take Omni-Mark in the show because he immediately died in the comics. I just really like the idea of Mark with an Omni-Man costume. I thought that was sick. And his fight with Invincible and Adam Eve was pretty cool too. He's just peak, bro. So I think I'm gonna put all the Invincible variants in A tier. Next up we have Conquest. Here's the thing with Conquest. Conquest's first fight is absolute 10 out of 10 peak, but Conquest's second fight, it's like a 7 out of 10, let's be honest. Maybe I just need to see it animated, I don't know. But Conquest shows up out of literally nowhere, has a 10 out of 10 30-minute fight, and then dips. Just to come back later and die in the worst way possible. That's another thing, the way Conquest ultimately dies, it's super lame. Like after all that, he dies by getting choked to death, really? But I still absolutely love Conquest. He's one of my favorite characters. And that means he's going in S tier. Next up we have Britt, aka Mike Ehrmantraut. I actually really like Britt, I think he's sick. Also, I like how he comes out of nowhere and becomes an important character out of literally nowhere. Honestly, I think I'll put Britt... I'll do A tier, why not? Next up we have Best Tiger. He's just super cool. We can all agree on that, right? Man's like if Daredevil and Deathstroke combined. I think I'm gonna put him A tier. I think he's really cool. Next up we have Tech Jacket. Tech Jacket might be the chillest dude in fiction. I will say though, after the Viltrumite War, I feel like he was kind of underutilized. Which sucks because during the Viltrumite War he was peak. But who cares? Tech Jacket is him. Honestly, I think Tech Jacket is a pretty easy S tier. Next up we have Space Racer. I don't like Space Racer's feet. They bother me. Space Racer's like straight out of the Wild West, but in space. That's poetic right there. Space Racer, he's pretty cool, but I don't think he's S tier. I think A tier's fair. Next up we have Masked Mark. Again, I kind of view him similar to all the other Invincible variants we've talked about. Alright, I kind of view Masked Mark similar to all the other Invincible variants. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in A tier. Unfortunately, there's not that much to talk about with each variant, but who cares? They're cool. Next up we have Marky. Here's the thing, Marky was like barely in the story. And even, like, this was a problem that he brought up, obviously, but the way he was conceived, bro, I mean, but that's not his fault. He's basically just another Invincible. God, bro, the ending to the comics are so good. So, I mean, he's Invincible's son, so I gotta put him high. I don't think he's S tier, but A tier for sure. Okay, yeah, I think it's fair. Next up, we have Terra, Invincible and Adam Eve's daughter. I like the part whenever Terra tries to kick Thrag and then ends up breaking her leg. But I mean, what can I say? I can only yap so much. So I guess I'll put her... Do I put her S tier actually? I'll put her A tier for now. I'll probably bring her up to S tier. I'll just bring her up to S tier. Why not? Alright, next up we have Ursal. My favorite part is whenever she realized that all of Thrag's children were just tools and he didn't really love them. And then she turns on Thrag. Shows the humanity, you know? And I thought Ursal was a very, very, very interesting character. Honestly, I think I might go S tier. Maybe that's crazy. I don't care. I think she's an S tier character. Next up we have Ursal's twin. I honestly don't really remember his name. All I remember is bro getting his neck squeezed off by Mark. That was wild. But other than that, he doesn't do much. He has one cool fight scene and that's about it. So I guess I'll put him C tier. Also, I don't know why this guy's in D tier. I'll bring him down to F. Okay, we're on to the last character, and it's Powerplex. I think Powerplex and Angstrom are very similar. They're really cool characters with really stupid motivations. Like Powerplex, you literally watch Invincible try to save your family, but whenever Omni-Man kills him, you blame Invincible. Like, you're stupid, dude. But Powerplex's ability is what makes him super cool. Like him storing energy from another person and releasing it, that's cool. And so I'm going to put Powerplex in B tier. Okay, I've rearranged every single character, so it would actually be a worst to first. So the worst characters start on the bottom, and as it goes on, each character gets better and better to where we're at the best characters. So I mean, if you want to see the tier list one more time, here you go. Alright, I think that's about it for the video. It's currently, what, 3:31 a.m. I just finished recording, so if I sounded more like drained and tired this video, that's probably why. Also, I just want to apologize because it's been like 7 days since I've uploaded and I just finished recording. Sorry about that. I've been busy. I know that's a lot for me. I usually like to upload quite a bit, but I've been uploading less frequently recently. I've just been busy. I'm sorry. But yeah. So one last time, if you would like, subscribe, all that stuff the YouTubers tell you to do, I would really appreciate it and it would mean a lot. Alright, I think I got all I wanted to say out of the way, so I'll see you guys in the next video.